All right, so this question says 4 2x2 squares are cut out of the corners of a larger square. The sides are then folded up to form a topless box. The volume of that box would be 72 cubic units if covered by another square. So it's asking for the side length of the original larger square. Now, looking at this, you might feel like it's really unapproachable. You don't know where to start. But for any question like this, the best way to start is definitely just drawing it out, right? So we have originally a larger square, right? We're looking for the side length of this larger square. And so there are 4 2x2 squares that are cut out of each of these corners. And so then it's saying, well, now we don't have this here, we don't have that, we don't have that, we don't have that. And so we're just left with this central square, essentially. And then we have 4 flaps, right? So if you've ever assembled any sort of box, it's like you have the center square in the middle, and now there are 4 flaps on the sides that you can just put up, and that'll form your box for you. It won't have a top, but it's saying if it were to have a top, the volume of that box would be 72 cubic units. So let's pretend we have folded our flaps up in this box. Let's draw what that would look like. It would look something like this. Oh wow, it would look something like this. And so since we cut out 2x2 squares to make those flaps, we know the height of this is going to be 2. And so if we know the volume is 72, and the volume of any rectangular prism or box is length times width times height, and that's equal to 72. Well, we know the height is equal to 2, and another thing is that we know that the length is equal to the width, right? We know volume is base times height in this case, and the base is just the side length squared because the base is a square. Your length and width are the same. So length times width is just your side length times your side length. Let's say s times s, so it ends up being side squared times h, which is 2, is equal to 72 because that's our volume. So solving for the length of the side, s, you get that it's equal to 6. So if we know that this new side is equal to 6, is that the answer to our question? No, because it's asking for the side length of the original larger square. So we found that this side length is equal to 6, right? The new base of that box. But don't forget, we have to account for the 2x2 squares that we cut out from the original square. And so we find that the length of the larger original square was 2 plus 6 plus 2, which is equal to 10. 10 units. That doesn't give us, so just 10 units.